David here from Do Good Coaching. What I want to talk to you about today is getting started. Now, I thought this was an appropriate topic to kickstart this self-development YouTube channel because it's an issue so many people have, whether it be a lack of motivation, a lack of self-belief, or external factors such as time, money, or perhaps their friends and family dissuading them. These are also issues that I've had to overcome in the past. One of the issues I found with getting started was over-analysis. This is where you put such a high barrier on the standard of output, you essentially screw yourself over because you are expecting such a high level from yourself. At the beginning, you're not going to enjoy the process because you haven't went through the process, you haven't failed, you haven't learned. You're expecting such a high level when you've not accomplished anything. And the whole point of finding your purpose and passion is to enjoy it. And essentially people get caught in a trap here because they then go into finding and waiting for the next opportunity and the next one after that. And this is a form of procrastination, which in itself is based on fear and anxiety. Tony Robbins talks about the power of certainty, which is the belief in doing the right thing and having the right outcome in your thoughts, words, and actions. And I think this is the biggest thing that holds people back from achieving their purpose in life and their goals. So people, when they fail at something, they go into a mode of thought which they think it's impossible. They don't believe that they can achieve it, and they think they were wrong in the first place for even wanting to try it. And then they go into a mode of self-sabotage. Whenever they think about it, or again dip their toe in the pool, they make sure that they're not going to achieve it, and then it reaffirms their doubts in the first place that they were right. This brings me on to my next point, which is ideal versus the Agile. The ideal is the desired level you expect to be at, whereas the Agile is where you currently are at. So they're never actually in alignment. However, through time, patience, and effort, you can get yourself up to that ideal level. That doesn't necessarily mean to say you will get up to that ideal level. However, if you have fun with the process, you never know where it can take you. And often it can take you in a direction you never even considered. So even with this myself, with the whole recording process, I tried to record this video series several times over several days, and it never actually met up to my ideal standards because the weather wasn't how I imagined it would be. I was hoping for a beautiful sunny day. I was hoping for really good conditions, and then I came out, and again, when it was supposed to be nice, the weather wasn't as how I imagined it, and then there was dogs coming into shots, trying to get into the videos, and people coming in, and it just wasn't the perfect image I had. But that's okay. Nothing is perfect per se, it's only just in your head, it's how you perceive it. And the point of this is, if you are producing content that has a noble cause, you are in fact doing good. Here are some of my tips on how to get started. 1. Have a daily routine that you stick to rigorously. This could be that you want to get fit or perhaps lose weight. So you need to have daily routines that will meet to these overall goals. So perhaps you want to eat better, or have a dietary plan that meets these goals, or perhaps your fitness plan will need to meet these goals. So you want to go to the gym or have a routine of running daily. Whatever these routines, they will need to meet these goals on a medium to long-term scale. These are done over obviously days, weeks, months, and even years. This is on the process to mastery, of course. So obviously the key point to take away from this is that daily routines are key. And if you don't have one in place, you're not going to be consistent with your actions. So another point, another tip, is focusing on one big goal at a time rather than focusing on loads of smaller goals that maybe aren't as significant to who you are or what you want to achieve. Focus on one of these goals at a time, and these can then be broken down into chunks, and essentially taking momentum by baby stepping anything forwards
you'll then gain enough momentum and enough belief that you can achieve your goal and purpose. So success is then based on routine and habit, and where you focus, you then adjust. So another tip would be making each day a win. How do you do that? Well, I guess it's by lowering the bar enough that you view anything that contributes to the overall success as a win. So even if that's a 0.000% gain, that's still a win. It's about challenging yourself or learning something new. Even failing at something, as long as you learn in the process, you grow and you develop, it's still a win. And that's what I want you to take away from this. So don't necessarily be so hard on yourself. It's all fun, it's all part of the process. Use of mentors. This is crucial, especially in today's age of the digital world. You can find loads of great inspirational mentors online. Myself, I love to follow Gary Vee, who's a social media guru, and Elliot Hulse as well, great fitness guru as well. There's loads of people online, and you can also use family, friends, colleagues, anyone who's inspirational, who's perhaps been through the process or can pass that wisdom on. However, I will like to stipulate as well, be careful where you take your knowledge from, because not all knowledge is great and where it comes from. It may be trying to come from a noble place, but just be careful. Obviously use your intuition. And my last few tips, I would say, is taking too much effort or taking too much action versus taking too little. So I call this the seesaw of action. So imagine you've got a seesaw and you've got the way of doing too much effort, and then you've got too much versus too little. So doing too much of something is, you think, is good. However, when you throw yourself into something too much, it's like when you eat your favorite food but eat it way too often, then you become sick of it. It then puts you off. However, again, doing too little is also counterintuitive, because you're not getting enough momentum, you're not dipping your feet enough into the pool to actually want to do it enough. So it is a balance, essentially, where you're meeting that happy medium and you are meeting everything else in your life, all your other goals, all your other priorities and commitments. You don't want to just be a one-trick pony by definition. And probably my last point as well would be, view anything as a win. So as soon as you take action, you have won. So even if it's a challenging goal, something different, something unique, something people say, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to do that? Anyone questioning it, even if you question yourself, as long as you take action towards that, you have won. And just keep telling yourself that every day. That's probably the key point here. Take action and you've won, and then start the ball rolling. So the hardest part is getting started. Emotionally, where you're at will be a barometer of how you will progress. So if you feel good about yourself, this is much more likely to cause a momentum of forward progress, of action, rather than if you don't feel good about yourself. If you're negative, it will lead more likely to inaction. We are creatures of habit, and the human condition defines how we are. We are emotional creatures. Again, don't focus on what others say, focus on what you feel and what you do. That's probably the key thing here. And if you truly believe what you're doing is contributing value to society, that should serve as a catalyst for the greater good. And just a kind of final point is to remember that if you don't take action, you can be more upset, more frustrated at what you didn't do, rather than if you did take action and have a little crash at the start and learn from the process. Hope you're able to take something away from today's video. If you like what you heard, please give me a thumbs up and comment in the section below. Please also keep an eye out for future content which will be updated regularly. Once again, this has been David from
Do Good Coaching. Until next time.